Okay, you guys, I'm gonna show you a little bit about vertex form. These problems on page 13, these top ones are vertex form. There's probably a few other vertex form ones in here that we could find. But for sure, those four are vertex form. They might be the only four, but it's a very important concept. And we're gonna focus on three letters, although there is a fourth one that rears its head at times. We're going to focus on A, H, and K, and because this equation is squared, we're talking about parabolas, quadratic equations, all right? So, just so you know, and I'm going to draw a few out here, all right? We'll talk about A, right? So, if A is positive, you're going to have a parabola that opens up. If A is negative, you're going to have a parabola that opens down. And A is also a stretch factor. So if I have, let's say y equals 2x squared, and this would be your A. You notice it's not in the parentheses, it's multiplied by the x. All right. That means the very first time that I move from my vertex, one left or one right, the stretch factor is how far I move either up if it's positive or down. So this would go one right and two up, or one left and two up. And just real quick, that's how our A works. H is a little bit different. And H means I slide right or left. And I'm going to show you, if I have something that says y equals, I don't know, x minus 3 squared, a little bit counterintuitive. This actually means 3 to the right. If I said y equals x plus 4 squared, this would be 4 to the left. So H moves you left and right. Notice it's in there with the x, your inputs, and x move you left and right. And A and K outside the function affect your y. All right. A stretches you up and down, and K moves you up and down. If K is positive, you move up. If K is negative, you move left. These are slides or translations, both H and K. And A is a stretch. All right, I'm going to show you one of these just because. I'm going to show you the hardest one on here, I believe. So, this guy right here. And I'm going to make sure it's there. It looks like it. So, in this case, my A is a -2. I have some sort of pencil in this, so I'm going to pull that out from underneath. Hopefully you can still see. It looks like we can. My H is 3. Because it's y equals a times x minus h. Notice that minus is there, so h is a positive 3 squared plus k, and my k in this situation is 4. So these guys tell me what my vertex is, and all this does is ask you to find vertex, line of symmetry, and 2 other points. So I can do all that right now. All right. H says I go 3 right, so 1, 2, 3. K says I go 4, oh, it's a -4, excuse me. 4 down, so 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my vertex, right? So, and let's go ahead and write that. So we're going to say vertex is going to be 3, -4. There it is. My line of symmetry is on the vertex, so my line of symmetry is a vertical line right there. I missed a little bit. I kind of was off, but my line of symmetry is x equals 3, that vertical line. And I have 2 more points. I'm going to find those 2 points by this A. This says the first time I move right 1, I go 2 down, right there. First time I move left 1, I go 2 down. So this equation looks like this. It'd be really easy to get a few other things. I get y-intercepts. There are no solutions because it doesn't cross, but that's how you graph this. So I'm going to leave you to try 1, 2, and 4 using those basic rules for A, H, and K. And once this posts, I'm going to try, looks like I need to talk about factored form and standard form of quadratic equation, which I will do. There's a few more in here about that. So again, hope you guys are having a good summer. Stay up to date.